Hi, welcome to HKB. I'm Shaz.
I'm Leon, and in today's episode we're going to have a look at the upcoming release of China O'Brien 1 and 2 from Eureka Entertainment.
You're a good cop, China.
There was no way to know he was a kid.
Reconsider.
I can't. I'll never touch a gun again.
Thank you to Eureka Entertainment for providing us with 4K review materials for the release. China O'Brien 1 and 2 is available to buy in the UK from the 29th of April.
So before we get into it, Shaz has a synopsis for you for both films.
In China O'Brien, city cop and formidable martial artist Laurie China O'Brien is forced to resign from the force and return home to a small Utah town after her involvement in an accidental death. But upon arrival in Beaver Creek, she finds that her lawman father, Sheriff John O'Brien, is desperately trying to bring down local crime boss Edwin Summers, and it isn't long before she steps into the fray. Then, in China O'Brien 2, Laurie must once again protect her hometown when it becomes a hideout for a dangerous fugitive, the escaped drug lord Charlie Baskin.
So I've been waiting a long time to get you to see this film, Shaz. What were your thoughts on China O'Brien 1 and 2?
I thought it was really fun actually, but with sort of serious undertones. I really like the story and characters, and like you really get behind them, don't you? You really want them to succeed. The action was really cool, and I love the use of objects in some of the fight scenes, quite comical at times.
I could see delight on her face watching this.
And I hadn't seen Keith Cooke before, but was rather impressed with his performance and kicking ability. And I really liked that Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton were acting together in this film.
Yes, rather than playing a couple of villains, they actually got to do some acting together.
Yeah. What were your thoughts?
Well, for me, I just got to say that if you're watching today's video, then you're probably coming from the same place as me, or a large majority of you will be, and it'll be that same sense of nostalgia. Because I remember back in the days when this came out on VHS, right across the top of the VHS it said from the makers of Enter the Dragon, Robert Klaus, Freddie Weintraub, and I was like, oh wow, I've got to see that, what's that, And of course I was suitably impressed. And if you've never seen this before, then I highly recommend it, because this is a landmark martial art action film, and there's so much in it. We got Keith Cooke. Now I look back at it now and I think, my God, they really missed the boat with Keith Cooke. I mean, he, to me, and this is not disrespect to anybody else in the film, but he stands out so much. He's like another megastar that should have been like Mark Dacascos,
Yeah.
There was so much they could have done with him, but really nice guy, and he really enjoyed doing this, as you'll tell as you watch the extras. And I did notice throughout the extras we had like reference to Richard Norton working with Toshihiro Obata, which I kind of liked, but I'd like to throw in a little something extra if I may. Richard Norton and Toshihiro Obata did a film called Sword of Bushido, which I had on VHS. Me and my father enjoyed that one quite a bit, so that's another little extra nugget of information for you guys out there. Perhaps track that down. And I'm going to be honest with you, Shaz. When I was younger, I had a bit of a Cynthia Rothrock obsession. I really did. It probably stemmed from this film, and then I watched her in all our other films, Hong Kong films. I had to see everything with Cynthia Rothrock in. And
Well, I'm sure you weren't the only one.
I possibly wasn't the only one. And
so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, it set me off on a track. My mum, she took it up as well. She loves Rothrock, as you know. So I have one question that I want to just pop to you very quickly. And this Robert Klaus film, how does it compare to the likes of Enter the Dragon and The Big Brawl? How did this one feel?
I guess completely different to those other ones. Maybe felt a bit more Hong Kong
in style. Yeah, you can definitely see the influence in there. We know that, on the crew, there were some Hong Kong guys in there, which is really good.
Yeah.
And we do have little references made throughout some of the extras about possibility of a China O'Brien 3. So if you guys all want to see that, then please support this release, buy it, and you know, if it sells out and we send a clear message out there, who knows, we might get it.
That would be really good, wouldn't it?
Yes. And speaking of special features, Shaz, what have we got?
Special features of China O'Brien 1 and 2. 4K or 2 Blu-ray disc releases, 2,000 copies of each format, from new 4K restorations of the original film elements.
Excellent. We also have a limited edition Oakard slipcase featuring new work from Gregory Sacra.
Brand new feature-length audio commentaries on both films by action cinema experts Mike Leader and Arna Benema.
A brand new feature-length commentary on China O'Brien 2 from our man Frank Jeng.
Select scene commentary on both films by Cynthia Rothrock and Frank Jeng.
Enjoyed that. We've got a brand new interview with Cynthia Rothrock, who is still looking amazing, I have to say.
Brand new interview with actor and martial artist Keith Cooke.
A brand new interview with Richard Norton, which has been filmed by the guys at the Martial Art Mania podcast, so thank you for that, guys.
Leon Hunt feature on China O'Brien.
And we got James Mudge from Eastern Kicks, also does a feature on China O'Brien.
Limited edition reversible poster.
And trailers.
A limited edition collector's booklet featuring new essays by James Oliver and film scholar Eddie Falvey.
This release is absolutely stacked with special features.
My favourite feature was the interview with Keith Cooke. I just found that so interesting.
Yeah, it really was really good to see and listen to what he had to say. And I also really enjoyed the Richard Norton one. I thought that was brilliant. And the commentary on China O'Brien 1 from Mike and Arna, I just got to say, they absolutely had us in stitches with the hippie running around with the M16 and it's okay, I'm legal now. Fantastic job, was in bits. As for the quality, Shaz, on this, I thought the restoration was absolutely stunning. I've never seen these films look that good. I know you didn't see the VHSs, but trust me, it's a massive upgrade. Very crisp, and the soundtrack was absolutely fantastic. Really interesting to hear that, you know, one of the songs was done by young Tori Amos under a pseudonym. And you turn up the volume, don't you, when the fights come on and the music kicks in with that din 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 din. I just love that. Absolutely brilliant. Right, just because of what the guys were saying in the extras, and I felt a bit disgruntled with the result. What do you prefer, 1 or 2?
I think by a small margin I preferred the first one. What about you?
Absolutely the first one for me. The second one feels a little bit more disjointed in my opinion.
And maybe a bit more rushed?
Yeah, a bit more rushed. It felt like there was good things in there, but like it wasn't complete. Whereas the first one, I like the whole staging of the film that much better. But what do you guys think? Let us know. Before we go, because we don't want to go on forever, you've got a disc full of extra features, and that's where you want to hear about China O'Brien. We just want to say thank you to Eureka Entertainment for providing us with review materials. We really enjoyed this one.
And just a reminder, China O'Brien 1 and 2 is available to buy in the UK from the 29th of April.
I'll put purchase links in the description down below.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon, and if you'd like to leave any comments, we'd love to hear from you.
We'd be grateful. See you on the next one.